down as well. So, so it definitely helps. But yeah, when it gets really bad, when it gets to the point where there's like no data, then obviously it doesn't matter what your bitrate is set at. It's just gonna fail no matter what. But if it does struggle a little bit from time to time, if you just sort of drop the bitrate just enough so it's not really affecting the video quality, then that's pretty much about the best you can do. Let's see, check, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So there's not much of a delay there. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's about a 3 or 4 second delay. There you go.
Yeah, I just restarted it, and I prior to restarting on OBS, I dropped the what do you call it? I dropped the bitrate down to 2,000. I had it at 2.5. I've got it down to 2,000 now, so hopefully that works.
You can even go down more. Even something like 1,000 or 800 should still look pretty decent. But as I said, especially if you're on some sort of mobile internet, or if it's not sort of fixed. If you're not using like a fixed connection, then the upload can sort of fluctuate. Like it does with Motormouth Malls. I think he's got like can't remember if it's like some sort of not satellite or I don't know, some wireless connection anyway going on, and so if you want, you could probably, as I said, drop it down below 1,000. It might still be decent and will definitely help when when you're sort of losing a bit of data for a few seconds, and video quality should be pretty much the same. If you start going really low, like 500-600, then you might sort of start to notice, but you're only sort of streaming. It's not a static picture, but it's for the most part, there's not a lot going on, so you can go pretty low with the bitrate.
Yeah, okay, well I've just dropped it down to about 950. Let me know how that goes.
Alright, check, 1, 2, 1, 2. It still looks much the same to me. Not really seeing it, And I'll mute that. It still looks fine, still looking good. So, otherwise it's just, obviously high is good, can improve it a little bit, but as I said, unless you're sort of on a fixed sort of connection, it cause a bit of drama, so, try it like that for now.
Yeah, someone OTT'd. And now I've got it set to 20k wide.
Yeah, I saw the OTT. I didn't hear it because I had the thing up. Had it muted, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's going on? 750. I think I'm broadcasting about, I think I've got it set to 9k. I've got the, where is it? IO, AM, low pass. Low pass I got set to 9,000, so cuts shut, 9, which even that's probably more than enough for most people, but obviously your thing can pick it up, so there you go.
And I just dropped it down at the end of Eurova to 4.5 per side, so 9,000.
Well, I guess it'll be 18. Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. 4. Oh, well, no, to get the 4 would be 18k wide, because I guess it'd be going 265 down to what would it be? Well, it's almost on the next channel down to 256, I suppose. Audio's going down to 256. Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can see you playing around with it. Not sure where it's set exactly, but 256 to 265, and then to 274. So that'd be the full range it's covering. There you go.
256 to 274. Really? That's wide, man.
Yeah, well, that's why I guess Prime says, like, well, that's what the AM radio stations are pretty much running at. But that's why Prime says it's kind of, it can be a waste of, I guess for locals it's not a waste of bandwidth, but, if you sort of, if you don't want to sort of work everything too hard, if you just want to sort of talk skip and you sort of want to focus most of the energy going into, the skip, challenge, you're fighting the other skip stations, and you probably go about maybe 4K wide or something, you go sort of maybe down 260 to 270, if you're covering sort of 5, maybe even less, But yeah, at the moment I've just got it like that anyway. It's just sort of local chit chat. I'm not fighting any stations except I guess Green with the occasional ATT. But yeah, that's pretty much how I got it going at the moment.
All right. Well, I've just gone. My roll off starts at 55. And on the top end, starts rolling off at 11K.
Yeah. Oh, what did Prime said is, he says he likes 7500, so that's obviously, that's 15K wide, but then he's got some other presets. I think like the real sort of fighting, the fighting preset, like if you full on want to sort of narrow it down to like 3K, then that's obviously, that'd be the 6K wide, like 3,000 on the low pass. But that's getting real narrow. But it's all just playing. It's whatever, it's kind of like the only sort of thing you have to play around with, I suppose.
Yeah, and that's at 8.5. Anyway. Hey, Tony, 355 Tony, have you tuned in yet?
I tuned in and it disappeared. You're back again, are you?
You're going to have to retune in, mate. I was having dropouts and I've fixed it up now, I think. Have I, 750?
Yeah, it's been going now for a few minutes. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but the mouse is going a bit crazy for some reason. It's capturing the mouse doing, I don't know what it's doing. But you've been running it's been going for about 10 minutes now. It's been running, so yeah. So it just whenever you start a new stream, it's a new URL, so it's a new link every time it starts to stream. So then you gotta find it. You gotta find it again, yeah.
Yeah, right to that. Yeah, I've got it going through the stereo at the moment, so I'm probably going to get a bit of feedback in a second, a few seconds away. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, 10-4 on that. Yeah, I think Green, I don't know, Green, you said there was someone else out there? I'll take a standby.
I just heard a couple of times while you were modulating someone doubling, maybe not knowing you were talking or something. I don't know if 06 heard it.
Hey, Green.
There you go, there's someone there, go ahead. Station saying hello, go ahead.
Yeah, it was me. I was just down on Juice. I just fucking found another old Washington. What's this piece of shit like?
Stop calling that, I'm telling you, I like those radios. It doesn't sound as good as the first one you're on.
They're pieces of shit.
Yeah, same mic. That Eagle. It doesn't, huh?
Yeah, I'll tell you who you sound like. You sound like, what's his numbers? 175.
Fuck. With echo?
No, there's no real echo.
Okay. Just no modulation.
You sound like him. That's who I would have thought it was, to be honest.
I just cranked the mojo then on the mic. That's still no different.
Yeah, it's bringing in the TV now, I think, and it was a little bit louder and sounded more like you.
Yeah, but you reckon the other one's still better, huh?
I'll have a look at the signal, go. That one's got swing. That one's different. That's swinging like a 7 to a 9 plus.
Oh yeah, that's all. Yeah, but the audio's not the same as the first one.
you talking to, Green?
Yeah, it's there's 2 355s out there, and that's the other one.
Oh, is that Alf?
Roger.
Doesn't sound like him.
He's on a Washington, and that's why I said he sounded like, you know, that 175. I can't think of what his name is, but Daniel, is it? Yeah, that one.
Oh no, I'm just used to Alf not taking a breath and yelling at everyone.
Who's that? Is that Informer?
Who's Informer? Informer. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
That's Posty, yeah?
I couldn't tell it was you, man, because you weren't yelling.
Fuck. I couldn't tell it was you because you're not on the radio. You just been sitting in the background lately, just listening. Don't talk.
I couldn't get to the radio bench, man. It was a bit hard to navigate my way there without face planting, and yeah, I'm able to get to my chair and I don't have to sit on the floor, so I figured I'd stick around a little bit tonight, keep people company.
Your name's been getting dropped around a bit here and there.
Yeah, so I've been here, and amazing. You don't even get on the radio and people talk about you. I feel good.
You don't have to get on the radio. You just sit in the background and listen, and then they claim that you inform them.
Oh, was that directed at me?
Roger. Well, that's who they directed it to. I'm only passing what I hear.
Oh, let them all say what they want to say and talk about whatever they want to talk about. Although, you know, everyone's in lockdown. I thought they'd find something else. Oh, hang on a minute. I haven't been on, that's why.
Yeah, I know that. They're just claiming that you're listening in the background and they were blaming you. I'll tell you straight out. Fuck them, mate, you know. They're lying. So, you're innocent and they're cunts. So, you deserve to know. If your ears are not there to hear for yourself, it's fair that you hear, you know. I hate when people talk about people when they're not around. Yeah, there you go. Well, if you missed out on it, yeah, they were saying that you were sitting there and you've been sitting on the side and you're, they're blaming you for telling them, oh, it's such and such doing this and such doing that. Anyway, I told him to get fucked. I said, Posty doesn't do that shit. You can't be fucked with that shit.
You know what, mate? All I care about is the worst thing that's happened for me now. Injured like I am and no fucking skip.
All that shit aside, the fucking radio wankers, worth nothing there. How's your foot going?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. I've started putting weight on it. It's healed all right. The screws are in place, and doing physio at the moment. And not this Monday, but Monday after. Hopefully my surgeon says you got clearance and I can go back to work. And I can start earning some money so I can buy some bigger toys. And yeah, that's about it, man. I've just been relaxing on the couch. Yeah, got the SDR going, but all I hear is bitch moan, so I've been listening to, what do you call it, they call them numbers stations. Cold War transmitters from the 1980s and shit like that are still going now, that transmit numbers and codes. So, been doing a bit of that. Talk to the missus and daughter every night on FaceTime for an hour or so. and play video games and spiel that I'm not earning money. But anyway.
That's it. Well, it's a good sign then, as you said, you're starting to put weight on that foot, so looks like it's moving positive. For a second, I nearly fell off my recliner when you said, I'll put it on weight. You didn't finish the sentence. And I thought, I nearly fell off my recliner when you said you put on more weight. I'm like, where?
Yeah, I'm big boy. I'm fucking big boy, but I'll lose it as soon as I get back out in the garbage truck, man. I mean, I won't lose before you met me. I'll probably plateau back where I was when you met me, but I'll lose it pretty quick. Yeah, I got my next door neighbour, my neighbours are fantastic, man. My next door neighbour brings me coffee and breakfast every morning and dinner every night. Coughing a bit of money their way. But, can't ask for any more. I planted a seed in Al's head. Has he asked you about doing a LS conversion on the Beamer?
What was that, sorry, the last bit?
I sent Al a video clip of a BMW overseas in South Africa. 3 Series convertible or coupe, and the guy's gone and taken the M3 motor out and whacked a Maserati or Ferrari V12 built by Maserati into it.
Yeah, mate, in the last 20 years, everything's been a conversion to everything. Everything's fucking inbreed, man. Yeah, it's just, cunts used to freak out when they used to put, an 8 in the car that had a 6, but, the car originally come out, that model with that engine, with both engines, let alone, and they were pulling themselves out. Today, fucking, mate, they're putting everything, mate, they ran LS engines in planes, man. They built, they actually done a conversion in a plane. I actually get this fucking thing out that I'm joined to, and they send out, US, they send out fucking clips every now and then and bits and pieces of fucking shit that they have boredom and time on their hands with, and fucking whatever. But, no, that's it. So, hey, how long's it been now? It's been a while, you've been off your feet, hasn't it?
7 weeks, mate. Fucking don't remind me.
2 months, eh?
Yeah. First holiday that I've had in a long time, and it's not even a holiday.
Yeah, well, you're fucking probably better off the street with all this shit that's going on anyway. So, which one was it again, man? You left or right?
It's me right, mate. If it was my left, I'd be able to drive to work and I'd still be working, just like the guy that's doing my run, he still hasn't gotten his head around it. He's still getting people backing him up every day, so every second day I get a call, how you going, when are you coming back? If it was my left leg, I'd be able to drive to work and, like now even, just to get into a truck and be a GPS for this guy, But, right. I done it a beauty, man. I'm spewing. Hey, Alf, can you hear the other 355? Tony's calling you.
Hey, Posty, my apologies, man. I pulled the mic out of the fucking radio as you were talking, mate. Fucking fully apologise there, Posty. It was like, fucking stretch it a bit more to come towards the recliner and fucking bang. So sorry, Post. I lost just that, probably last few seconds of the convo there. But there you go.
tell the truth, man. You were leaning back in the recliner. You're getting it a little bit more cosy because you're like, this cunt doesn't stop talking. He's putting me to sleep. Hey, anyway, Tony 355 in Ascot Vale's calling you.
Roger. Well, I'll hear him when you're off the key. And just a sec there, just before I go back to Tony. Is Green still out there?
I'm here and listening.
Roger, roger. Alrighty, back to Tony. How are you there, Tony? While I haven't heard you on the radio.
Been on that, mate. Still sometimes I come out and have a good look, bit of a listen around or flick around a bit. Still been on the last few weeks or so.
Beautiful, beautiful. So what's happening up your way? You been working or this shit's slowing you down as well or what? That's good, good. Beautiful. So that's about all. I guess nothing new.
Not really. Nothing new. Same old, would you?
That's all, that's all. Alrighty, sweet. Good to hear you out there.
Yeah, I just thought I'd say hello. Alright, so I'll come speak to you.
No worries, and I'll hand the ball it back to one of the others, I don't know. Who else is out there? Well, probably, I've got a bit of static, so I'm only hearing a few of you. Words a bit closer and a bit louder, so I don't know. I'll handball it back to fucking Green before he falls asleep.
No, I'm good, mate. Good to hear the channel rolling and a few familiar voices from the past and the present. And, yeah, anyway, I think Postman was having a chat with 750. And I don't know if they finished it or not, but yeah, I've been out for a walk around and I lowered the antenna because the wind stopped, so I thought it was good timing to wind that down now. But I don't know if I'm getting a storm. It might be in front of me and behind me, but not on me.
Stop keying up, you won't see lightning.
Don't laugh about that stuff. Done that back in the 90s.
What, you caused a storm for keying up?
Mate, in the 90s we were down at St Kilda Marina. I was in my Jimmy panel van. A couple of the other boys with linears, 9-foot stainlesses on their cars, 9-foot fiberglass on mine. And we saw a lightning storm out in the bay, and we kept on keying up and drawing it towards us.
That's what I was about. I was hanging the same thing. Keep going.
No, it wasn't that daring, man. Mate, once the lightning to clap, thunderclap ratio was below a second, that was it, mate.
The 90s feels like, yeah, that's fucking 30 years, eh?
Yeah, mate. Don't remind me. But they were the good times, mate, you know? Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed my radio, but I still had my going out to do as well.
Yeah, true.
There was no get home from work on a Friday and jump on the radio. Not for me, anyway. And get home, get ready, decide what I'm going to do, and, yeah, attack the clubs, mate.
Roger. I just thought I'd fucking swing another Washington. What's this Washington? Mate, these fucking Washingtons, mate, they take up more room than what they're good.
Did you buy out a CB shop in the 90s, and you're just breaking all these things out of the ceiling?
These Washingtons, oh mate, that's fucking, yeah, they're grouse, you know, but they're just a big box, you know, fucking, you just sling them here and there and forgot all about them, man. Like, Now, you know what? I think I'm cursing the fact pull them out, and they just fucking need a hand truck now to fucking stack them up like you got a few slabs of beer and just going to take them back through the back and throw them in the fucking corner again.
Mate, they're a good backup radio. Inbuilt power supply, you know. That's what they are as far as I'm concerned. I wasn't a big Washington fan. I had my Bengal Mark III while everyone else had their Washingtons. And then I upgraded to the Cobra 2 Grand. But yeah, for a base station, they're good enough.
Yeah, they're just an empty box, man. An empty box, and only a quarter of the area in that box is occupied.
Yeah, perfect room so you could put a Elite Line TX 2250 in there, conceal it back in the day.
Plenty of room to a few bundles of greens in there, man. Fucking, you fit a few grand in there and pack it up.
Uh-huh.
Oh, fuck, mate, seriously. Yeah, they were just a good thing. I think that the signal meter's probably the nicest looking part of that radio, you know?
I'll let Green comment on that because, like I said, I've never owned one. I never really saw them as anything spectacular.
Oh, fucking only got them because they were fucking thrown at me.
Green?
Oh, I love my Washington, mate. In the 80s, next to the bed, take it from there, put it on the back seat of my parents' car, go somewhere on holiday, plug it in there. Didn't have to lumber around power supplies and external speakers, just the one box, mate. No, great radio. And many a night, talking to the YLs, whispering sweet nothings in my teenage years, my Washington had a lot of use.
Whispering sweet nothings.
You know, I'm actually running this off the power cord, not the actual transformer, because just to do it quickly there, I was fucking I had a lead there. The fucking plug-in lead, and the actual power for the PowerPoint, I shouldn't know, it was too short. So I'm actually using it, running it on the 12V fucking socket.
Yeah, so you're running off a mobile power supply.
Yeah, at the moment, yeah. So there you go. And they're a bit useless in the transformers, these things. That's where they were common and failed, like they'll dip and dig and carry on.
Yeah, that's what let all of them down, man. Even the Cobra 2 Grand, the Bengal base that I had, all that. The moment you went to dial them up and get that little bit of extra output, for what? But anyway, the moment you done that's when the power supply just started shitting itself.
Fucking saying Benny Hill, huh?
Not a hope in hell.
Sit around the park benches and then just pervert the girls go past.
Yeah, not over me to you, but I don't know, did Alfie hear me?
You talking to me?
Yeah. I was talking to you while Benny Hill was playing. Obviously, it must be closer to you.
Nah. You were fucking, just making a bit of a mess of it. And just stood in this margin, so I'd say he is wherever he is. I just like Benny Hill. Fuck who's playing it.
Mate, the Benny Hill tune, that's the English Tarantella.
Yeah.
Benny Hill song is the English Tarantella.
Roger. Oh, I've got me DF loop going. I know exactly who that is.
Yeah?
one of fucking Posty's accusers.
Your dear Floop, give you a lock, send me a message.
Be one of the ones that are accusing Posty. Saying
Yeah, that last word you used, that was pretty close.
fucking the shit they put on YouTube these days.
Anyway, Alf, the Benny Hill song. It's the English Tarantella.
The English Tarantella, huh?
I go to my phone.
Always, so I guess you get to enjoy it more there, Posty, than I will.
Oh no, I hear you over it.
Rain this weekend or what? It's going to rain?
I doubled with you.
Was that you, Cruiser?
No, I think it was Tony.
355?
Do I go to my phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And took off. But hopefully this weekend's going to be shit, man. While we're in lockdown, last few weekends, mate, we've had some nice weekends. Sun and loads starts pulling out like reminding you of summer. But it's, lockdown, and I've said it, as soon as this bullshit's over, the weekends are going to be shit, so, hey, I don't mind it if it's just going to be a miserable, rainy or shitty day on the weekend, so, nothing else to do.
Yeah, roger that.
If anything, it would just give us a bit better ground plane for the radios. Well, as they reckon. You still on the side there, Tony? Hey, Tony, is this overdriving to you, being close? That's a change.
All I can say is fuck 'em. Maybe with a better antenna and all that, might get out better.
Go again?
Yeah, sorry, man. I was just saying, if people get better antennas, they might actually get out better. Might make some difference.
Oh, fuck, what I'm talking to you on at the moment is, yeah, mate, without a doubt, I'll totally agree. Absolutely shit, yeah. If no worries there, I'll agree to that comment if that was my way.
Oh, no, not, your antenna's all right, man. I don't know, just these other ones that people seem to think are all the shit.
This is just, never been a fan of this location, man. I like my fucking other location. You've all got favourite spots, So, I reckon, yeah, if someone got the best antenna in the world, man, or whatever, I still wouldn't be happy, at this location.
Yeah, but location too. I still reckon, man, those long wires, they must play a part.
Reckon they cut my path?
Mate, I reckon, tell the truth, man. You're running something underground and you're attaching it to the base of them.
My cock is in your bum. You filthy fucking slut.
So come on, fucking get on board. You want to have fun.
Yeah, wrap your lips around my fucking dirty. It's all around the world. No secret. Up the ass. No secret all around the world.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
signal. I hope Tony's daughter's gone to bed.
On your word. Contact goes degraded like a curve. Now up the arse it goes that filthy melody. I'm surprised they're still going. Roger. My mate used to race at Dandenong.
No.
Hello, 06, postman, getting down, getting on up in my radio.
Hey, 06, your ears plugged for...
Getting down, getting up, barefooted style. Yeah.
I'm here talking to postman, no trauma here.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you're getting your
Hey, Green, can you hear me?
traffic.
Oh, yeah, postman's got a good signal to me, mate. You'd have to wait for him to be off the key.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about the train. There, the B double there. No, I was talking about just about the nonsense going on.
Oh, is there nonsense going on? I didn't catch it. What's going on?
Oh, no, there was, I don't know, a bit of music or something. Anyhow, I thought someone called me or someone said my name in the background there. I don't know if that station was trying to call me.
You reckon that's directed at me?
I think, was it Tony? Tony, were you calling me?
Hey, Green, you reckon that's directed at me?
Okay, 750.
Hey, Green, you reckon that's directed at me?
Roger, so... I'm not sure, I've sort of lost this.
Like no one can hear me at the moment, except for you.
I haven't sworn enough or haven't sworn at all, I don't know. What am I meant to do here?
No, you're about normal. You're on track for normal, I think.
Me and this G-Clamp radio station right there.
Opinion?
Got you, go.
Yeah, there you go.
Not on the G-Clamp though.
You've been on and off the G-clamp.
Yes, sir. I've been on and off the G-Clamp. I hear it works better than antennas that are 7.5 metres long.
It does to me.
Maybe a couple of G-Clamps will strengthen those antennas up. Anyway, this is the longest I've been on. I'm going to bed.
Roger that.
I might sit on the side and watch a bit of TV here and a bit of this and a bit of that and a bit of pantry and yeah, and then let the toss roll on.
Pantry. How did I know? How did I know you were going to throw that in?
Fuck, mate. There's nothing between me and the pantry, mate. Nothing gets between me and the pantry.
Oh, yeah. You got a lot of catching up to do, man.
Yeah, I do actually. If I'm benchmarking with yourself, I'm only 114 point something, 115 there, postman.
Well, before I became immobile, I was hovering around the 142 mark at 6.6, so yeah.
Yeah, but I guess we're got a bit of height, like yourself. You're not short, so we're not 140 wide by 4 foot tall, so thank God for that.
Yeah, well, that's it too, man. All right, Alf, good chatting to you. 355 Tony, good to hear you out there, mate. 750. And Cameron, I can't hear you, but if you're still on the side, g'day. And 26 Green. Thank you for thank you for having me in this enjoyable company.
No worries. Good to hear you there. Take it easy, postman.
Yeah, mate, I'll let you go to bed. I think you've done your fair share of sitting in that seat for such a long time for the first time, so you go and get back down and rest that leg.
Exactly what I'm intending on doing, man. It's a bit like, well, when the person who takes me to see the physio and all that, my leg gets all cramped up in that position, so in the car, which, all right, I can stretch out a little bit more here, but it's still the same, so all good. All right, 750, you still there? No, 750. 355, Tony.
Yeah, Roger there. Ben, have a good night. Cheers. Good to speak to you again.
Likewise, mate. And yeah, just for the record, 750 was part of the BKN team, I think 2009 MRC and 2012 MRC as well.
And a couple of years ago at Mount Cole or wherever we went.
Yeah, when you got there about midnight.
And this year I was planning on it, as I told you last time. And I got the location. It was actually somewhere close to Julius. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. If it goes ahead, it might still be up for consideration, but I'm kind of thinking this year's a write-off. And maybe build for next year as a big one. Anyway, Tony, good to chat to you. Have a good night. Alf, have a good one. 750, have a good one. 26 Green. Posty in the clear. I'm out of here. Bye. Bye.
Ciao for now.
Dear Posty, and take it easy. Have a good weekend. And cheers, and thanks for not swearing there while on air. Bye-bye.
Take it easy, 06. Have a good one. 06, 750 saying bye-bye. I'm on the side too.
Click.
I don't know. I don't even think Cameron's still out there. I would have thought he would have moved on hours ago. But anyway, you might have been right there, postman, to say goodnight to him. He might still be listening.
what's going on, mate. Homeless have got nowhere to go.
Who, me?
Nah, the homeless ones, the ones that... few strays running about.
Mate, CB radio. This ain't my first rodeo, I know that much.
Oh, no, I'm talking about a full moon, all the strays running around.
I don't know, I'm just looking out the car door. I can't even see the moon up.